this initiative which is there, it will help the smaller business owner to upscale yourself to the next level.
Right.
The efforts which you are putting on in terms of scaling up the business. So I just want to take this as an opportunity how this idea has started. I saw a void in this business where there is a lot of tea experts which are available in the industry, but the information which has to be shared across to the community is less. And we as an India are tea lovers. Subah se हर एक घर में चाय बनती ही बनती. There are multiple flavors and there are multiple options which we can give it to the Indian market or global market which are there. Any information which is shared will be in terms of enhancing their quality of life, enhancing their health benefits which are there, relaxations which are there. So it has a number of benefits which are associated with tea. So my experience and my analysis and you being on board and sharing your information, your journey will definitely take your brand to the next level. So I just want you to, Rahul, introduce yourself and let me know what was your journey.
I was actually working in a company as an SAP consultant. So I moved there during the lockdown.
I was an SAP APO consultant.
Okay. That is nice to know. So I moved to this place during lockdown. I am from here, right? I'm born and brought up in Doers. Doers is pretty famous for teas, you know. There always have been tea gardens around me. At that time, she bought up this tea thing, and we actually focused on wanting to do some B2C e-commerce thing. We started researching on it. With some research, we figured out that get more into B2B market space than B2C for starters, because that also helps us to understand better about the market, what kind of teas is actually selling in market and what people prefer.
Great to know that. And how you both guys have initiated this thought and what are the smaller steps which you took in terms of
So first, we started with reaching out to tea gardens. There we developed relations and we started learning about teas. Now, from when we started learning about teas, they can only teach you very simple aspects of teas, because tea as a whole is a very vast concept. We started out with learning basics from gardens, and as we started our journey in this industry, we got more experience.
Great. And how was your journey here?
So when it comes to my journey, like as how I came up with the tea idea, it's like I've been brought up in Kurshang, that's near to Darjeeling. So it was like Darjeeling tea was something very close to my heart. So every day sipping and all, and one day my dad, he keeps on curating different kinds of blends himself. So he came up with some peach tea, and this was the first time I was having that tea, and something caught my attention, and I felt like keep sipping it during my work. I was an AI professional and I have a work experience in the IT industry as well. At that moment it was like, if I love this tea, why not to give it to the world as well. So that's how it was just like how he mentioned it, we wanted to start it with very small, because we were both into IT industry. We want to start our e-commerce brand. That's the reason when we started our research, right, during that time we thought why not to build up a B2B foundation initially to go onto the deeper side of the tea industry. So that's how it started, and the background of BrahmaKamal.
My team, before reaching you, my team has gone through a list of around 60 to 70 people in which we were calling everyone to understand things. There was a gap which is there in the market which we were able to understand, and there are very few openly in terms of communicating and letting us know with open hands, and you are one of those people who have really shared your information heart out, helped us in terms of educating, and that relation which you are taken on the call, this interview will definitely take you to the next level, and the passion which you bring onto the table. I just want to today you guys are working full time on this?
Yes, we are working full time.
Great that, and my support will definitely take you to the next level.
Thank you so much.
See, is this your first time as a family? You have any experience in business, or you are the first?
I have a business background regarding family, but I never really got involved with any sort of business because I was more into academics. As I told, first I did my BTech from Chennai, then I was into a job. My job location was Bangalore. 6 to 7 years I was away from this place, so I was not in any ways connected to doing businesses. But that is what I wanted to say.
Yeah, but once you started off getting on the business, what are the initial hurdles which you were able to face, and how it has helped you across?
Initial challenges that you mentioned, a gap, right? That gap made it a very challenging process for us to start this business. This market is very rigid, and it is also, in some sorts you can say it is monopolized market. For example, if you talk about major companies in India, there are only two major companies in India, that is Tata and HUL. Whatever they do affects the rest rest of the market. In that terms, there are other smaller players also who have in some manner or up to some extent monopolized the market. That is where it gets very challenging.
Once you are able to get through here and able to understand that yeah, I can make myself a smaller contribution into this market, you are able to win smaller customers from this point. I just want to understand in this. It's been 3+ years. You told me that it's been 3+ years. Phase.
Pardon? Can you?
How many years you have been in this space now as a full time?
In this space, we have been for 3.5 years now.
3.5 years. And how many expansions, how many states you are able to gather, and how many customers you are consistently able to procure?
What I would like to comment on this is we are actually supplying to every state. It's just that to some states we are supplying better quantities, and to some states the quantity is lesser. But right now we are dealing pan India.
Great to know that.
Yeah.
That really is a great achievement in these 3 years that you're able to reach pan India, build relationships with your personality. That is what I have to compliment, and that friendly openness nature will take you to long heights, Richard.
Thank you.
Ma'am, what about your experience in this?
Like with respect to the challenges, right?
The challenges and how you guys have complemented each other in terms of taking it forward.
Right. So when I talk about the challenges, I think building brand awareness, that was one of those. There are a lot of competitors in the market in the same space when I consider tea business. So yeah, building brand awareness, creating that visibility in front of them. So that's one of those major challenges. And then you talk about the marketing trends. So when you talk about India, right, each and every segment, it's very like having a diverse needs with respect to tea. We are just having a Tata tea, we are having red label tea, we think it's just tea. Actually, when you talk about the B2B players or the traders, wholesalers, there are diverse kind of demands. So catering to those demands with a consistent quality, that's something, because tea is dependent on weather conditions. So that's one of the major challenges. And yeah, distributorship and all this, streamlining those channels, logistics, all these are challenging at the same time. And when you talk about complementing each other, so we both come from, as we mentioned, BTech background, engineering backgrounds, right? So one thing which I think engineering has given us is, it's not only about sales, right? I mean, it's like multitasking everything. So when it comes to our skill sets, it's like communication and problem solving. It's not only about selling, it's just like, whatever the requirement is there and catering to those requirements. That's where we have stood up as a company in this 3.5 years.
Great to know that.
One more thing I wanted to mention, like, there were companies which were shutting down, like during COVID due to this situation. But we took up this risk and we just wanted to do this anyhow. We didn't see what is going to be the output, but then to uplift the tea industry, to know entirely about the tea industry, we came up with this with a passion, and now we are here. Yeah.
Great. That I should really congratulate and take it as one can say that whatever the hard gut feeling which you had, you are able to implement that, you are able to make a mark here, and you are setting up your own space in this market. The vision is that you want to build this organization in a space where a great growth in the days to come up.
One more thing I would like to talk about regarding this, which is very important, I think, is new player in the market, right? I don't think there is enough platforms that share enough information that can, help you do this business. So you are going to face problems like that. For example, you might end up making wrong purchases, right? So that is also another very big challenge for any new player to overcome.
Great. How initially you were able to come through? You had someone?
No one helped us. It's just the experience that helps you overcome it.
Trial and method. I saw you a couple of days ago testing each and every tea, bringing on multiple samples, looking at it.
Right.
That's the only way to go about here in the market.
See, when we taste teas, right, during tasting at our level, we are not consultants for gardens, right? So we are not looking at what defects the teas have and how can it be improved. Our job is to taste the teas and give a price. What should be the suitable price for this tea according to current market situations? That is what we do when we are tasting teas. Obviously, we can make out what defects are there in the tea and what kind of tea it is, what is the strength of the cup, everything we can figure out. I'm just letting you know about what our role is. We intend to do when we are tasting our teas.
Great.
Yeah.
Tasting a tea is also an art which you need to cultivate over a point of time by
exactly
aesthetic appeal of the tea grain.
Yes.
And next thing is brewing that tea. You see what is that, how it is brewing, what is the color and what is the texture in which you are able to see the tea and take it forward from there on. Identifying the right price. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the price in which I will be in a position to purchase this tea so that I
Yeah.
can have business makings. I could see a lot of blends which are there, which are showcased, which are there. What is your take on blend teas and what is your take of specialty teas in Indian market?
So I think Minal should speak about it first.
So when I talk about the initial part, when I just started having my research on the tea part, and I saw there is a huge market opportunity when it comes to specialty tea or artificial blends, unique blends, right? That moment, and when I started to think about tea as a company, so that moment it started with the specialty tea itself. So when I started liking it, I think when my friends started, I started giving them some certain sachets of tea to just try. They started giving me feedback that yes, this can work, and there are a lot of companies like Tea Box, Tea Trunk, Vadam India, totally working on this particular niche of specialty teas itself. So the market value is totally huge, and it's not only about just curating, experience, aromatic experience or flavorful experiences. It's also about promoting health and wellness. These tea comes with lot of benefits. When you talk about blue pea mint, which is one of our best sellers, so these have, it's like in Ayurveda, it's called Aprajita, and it has lot of, skin benefit, hair benefit. So it does lot good to our health. And we have other kind of unique blends like Kashmiri Kawa and Jasmine Black. These are also, it's full of antioxidants. Darjeeling teas itself, why it's so famous worldwide. It's not only just because it's produced in minimum quantity and they are expensive. It's because of the richness it brings in its character. So that's the reason, we wanted to create an experience where someone drinks it and they say no, because Indian palate doesn't, have that sensitivity to understand. We need to develop a taste for it. And that's why I think when you talk about exporting teas, lot of Darjeeling teas were exported. Until 1881, Tea Board Association came up with this idea that, to just encourage Indian people to drink it, they started this association where, to encourage people to drink Darjeeling tea or Indian tea.
But what I personally feel with the new generation coming, you guys and like us, there's a new segment of health and wellness is on the rise at a given point of time, and people have that affinity towards how can I improve my health and make it as a part of my living. This specialty teas and other spaces are finding its own space. There's a niche market where at this given point of time, but the taste is I could see it's nearby only where a lot of the people will make it as a part and parcel of the life.
Exactly.
We all know that the hot water will give you benefits, and adding a specialty will enhance those requirements which are there and increase your health.
These blends are a nice supplement. You can't, we or anyone can't assure that drinking this particular tea would definitely give you weight loss, but it is a nice supplement. When you go to gym, you take supplements, right? It is same sort of thing.
Basically, it acts as a catalyst, because it's not like there are a lot of companies. I see the hype where they say that our teas will promote us, they will become slim in 30 days. But that's not the thing, right? You need to have those diet plans done, and then you are drinking just tea and thinking that this tea will do wonders, magic in 30 days. I think it's not possible. It's not authentic to talk just because your marketing strategies.
You need to make it as a way of life.
Right.
You need to ensure that
And definition of tea, the word stands for any herb that can be brewed.
Right.
Lots of herbs have a lot of beneficial, characters. So when we talk about these blends, these are natural blends. All blends are natural, and we use natural herbs and natural, flowers to make these blends. So whatever benefits these herbs have, when blended with teas, it becomes extra beneficial.
And to add on to that, like these are in whole form, as he said. These are in total whole form. When you see in the market trends, when you have those tea bags, one thing I personally didn't like, that's my personal opinion maybe. It's like tea bag itself constitutes of a lot of microplastic when it is dipped in hot water. And the tea which is put inside is not of good quality there. Though we as Indians think that, taking green tea, it will do as a catalyst, but here we have the whole form which will actually help you. If you inculcate this thing in your lifestyle, it will really help you to have a good body actually. I mean a healthy lifestyle basically.
What she wants to convey, I think, is
there are some other holders which coming at this at a given point of time, where instead of that sachet you buy in a bulk and as a wholer quantity.
No. What she means, it's not about bulk. See, these teas are whole leaf teas, right? But when you talk about different sachets, right, they put fannings in there.
Right.
So fannings are poorer form of same teas. Whole leaf is the better form of those teas. No one can deny this.
In the last 3-4 days where I am going and tasting each and every three, I am experiencing a different ये से भी मिलता है क्या मुझे मतलब I am experiencing a different format after brewing. When you are showing me those leftovers which are then it is 100% natural, but there is nothing which is there on that. Something like this, if you are able to present it to the Indian market, people will love it, right? There is people just have to experience once, and I am definitely for sure that they'll try to make it their part of their life. With the current trends which are there, smaller brands are making an impact in the Indian markets. Customers mindset have changed these days. Where what currently they are looking is the value for money and something which is authentic. People like you stand there in the back and say that I stand for these values and I am bringing something valuable for my country, valuable for my people who are there in the market, who are consuming. I just want to give it a try.
I think maybe because of lack of knowledge about tea, the trend today is people are inclined more towards the sachets and premixes rather than the whole leaf, just because it makes their life easier.
As a company, intention is to ensure that we put in a lot of educational content over a point of next 100 days which is there, and you being a part of this initiative will take that right. We will make that 1% impact which is necessary in terms of that educational content which
we'll definitely try to do that. In fact, whenever B2B company sometimes guide other companies, right, as to what they should purchase. So I make sure whenever there is a new company that comes up and approaches me, right, I never, I always help them out. I go out of my way and I pass on the information to them so that they don't face the same kind of trouble that I had.
That is where I am on board. If you have to tell me the same, that quality has enabled me to bring it here and have this conversation going on.
I'm really thankful.
And because we have gone through this journey, out of those 100 people with whom we have spoke, you are those top 5 contenders who are there, who are open in terms of sharing that confirmation. That mindset shift will really is needed in current market, and that openness to share knowledge will definitely boost sales.
Definitely.
Will boost your credibility in the market as a person as a whole.
Definitely.
Our mission is not only just to create customers or provide them tea, it's to create a very positive impact in the society, that they drink whatever they drink, which is because it's a part of a life. India is a tea drinking nation. Everyone has 4 to 5 cups of tea every day. So drink with a true rich experience. That's the vision.
And if you want to tell few more brands which are there, ये brand ये चाय है जो which is giving you good sales and which is giving you repeat customers, what I have to share on that?
Being a B2B company, we don't deal in different brands, but tea as loose tea, right? So when we talk about what kind of teas brings us more customers, so we have a few specialty teas like she mentioned, blue tea, mint, green tea. We have always received very good reviews on it. Other than that, there is chamomile green tea. So there are other blends
There's
like
Kesari, Gulabi chai, that's a CTC blend. Right, we have Shahi Pan Chai, Bombay Cutting, which is a hit. So these kind of teas are always in demand, no matter, and detox teas. I mean, it's not like people, just to have that awareness part. So people are like, green tea nahi piyenge because it's bitter in taste. But when you try our specialty teas, which is inculcated with a very premium Darjeeling green tea and herb, you'll never feel you're having a green tea. That myth will go away with one sip. That's where my best-selling products have done so far. Yeah.
When I come back to see, what do you look 3 years to 5 years down the line, and then you have certain amount of boost which is required for you. What are the different things which you want to implement, and see you have something vision board which is there. What is your vision for next 2 to 3 years down the line?
So right now we are actually focusing on expanding our markets both domestically and internationally. We are more into B2B market space itself. We want to boost our businesses regarding specialty teas.
Do you have any other ideas in terms of which you need our help in terms of taking that to the next level?
Maybe reaching out to more and more people with the information that we have to share.
That will definitely add on to the kitty. That is on the pipeline. We will definitely do that in the days to come.
Because everyone is misguiding.
I totally understand your concern, Rahul. Yeah, the efforts are there to ensure that we give them authentic information, educate people in this space.
Yeah, and then it is up to them to decide what they like.
That's true. The efforts as a business owner, I'll tell you one thing. I have a social concern towards the society which is there and company which we are trying to build across in the brand is there is a certain amount of contributions which we definitely want to uplift for the society of the tea laborers who are there at the given point of time. Anything where help which comes from the organization from here will definitely will uplift the board as a whole in terms of tea, and we will give you new experience for Indian and international people also that hey, there is something which is special which is here. I just want to give it a try. You share your reviews on the same.
So, to one way to boost these people who work at grassroots is by reducing the middleman. Sourcing those teas directly from them and putting it to consumers' cup directly. That is one thing that would really help them. So that is what we are looking to do with your help.
I'm definitely there on that board to ensure that we cut that multiple layers which are source it at a location. That's where my journey from Hyderabad to Siliguri has started off, and I definitely feel that this place will give me open doors here and help me to expand, and the vision which we share across in terms of sharing that tea and reaching lot of tea lovers in the market is there in the next 100 days, where we'll see how many lives we touch on. And I'm really thankful for your time, sharing your life across, your sharing your passion across on the board, and definitely let's take this as an opportunity and educate more content. Let's
yeah, we are grateful for you to letting us, giving us this opportunity and platform to showcase ourselves and our, vision.
Thank you so much, Yasir. I'm happy for this.
Thank you so much, Ravi, for this.